many people ask me, like, how do you find your art style, like specific art style, you know? And if you do painting, for example, take all of your paintings, put them on the floor, one by one, you know, side by side, and see if you can see something that is common to all of them, or most of them. Social media is nice, but you know, it's like the algorithm and everything, and it says like, you didn't post this week. Yeah. Everything went down 50% of the exposure or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and at first I was really like, I have to post every 2-3 days, you know, and the same hour when all my followers are seeing the art. And it's kind of like going around your tail. And if I look at it like from the macro, how many people from Instagram or Facebook actually purchase art?
Right.
Like heavy art collectors that want to buy original art, if they see your booth filled with all kinds of small stuff, like a farmer's market, they're going to skip your booth. Even though you have originals.
Yeah.
You know, they won't even get in. So,
interesting.
Yeah, and this is something that I noticed, you know, in time.
When did your creative journey begin?
I was always creative since I was a little girl, but I never considered myself as an artist.
Okay.
I always thought like artists should be like in their studio painting all day. They have a hat, like a French hat, you know, with a feather. This was my like imagination of an artist.
Okay.
Until one day, after I already had like 2 Etsy shops for jewelry and nursery art.
Oh, okay.
And I never like considered myself as an artist. And there was a knock on the door, and I opened the door, and it was the gas company guy who wanted to do like a yearly maintenance, and he asked me to open the side gate. And as I was walking to open the side gate, he asked me, "What is that thing on the door?" And it was mezuzah, which is like a scroll with a prayer and a cover. Usually you put it in Jewish homes to protect the house.
Gotcha.
And he said, "Wow, this is beautiful." And I said, "Thank you, I made its cover." And he said, "So you're an artist?" And I was just staring at him, like tons of, you know, thoughts in my head.
Yeah.
And then I answered yes. And I was thinking about this moment so many times after, like how this random guy, never see him before. And since that day, every time someone asked me, "What do you do?" I said, "I'm an artist." I took a online course for watercolors. And one of the lessons was coffee art.
Oh, okay.
And this was like a basic, you know, watercolor art. And I just got hooked with the coffee lesson. And I started painting more and more with coffee. And I love coffee. I think it's connecting people together in conversation.
Yeah.
And the cozy tones of sepia and, you know, using just one color, earthy color.
Yeah.
It just got me hooked.
Yeah.
And I started painting only with coffee.
So you started taking the watercolor courses. At what point did you like start taking it more seriously?
At home, like my mom used to paint and my grandma.
Okay.
But they did it as a hobby. And this was like the, you know, conversation in the house. You should be an engineer, a lawyer, or, you know.
But it wasn't like.
Yeah, so you need to pick a profession that will make you money in order to, you know, to survive, let's say. When I started to do crafts and all kinds of stuff, people told me you should like sell it on Etsy. So I started with greeting cards and then jewelry, and I opened an Etsy shop to sell these.
Gotcha.
And then I opened, like I saw that I have so many niches, you know, I was experienced with like all kinds of crafts.
Yeah.
So I started doing like nursery caddies, like for diapers and stuff. And I started doing stuff with fabrics. So I opened another shop. So this whole time I didn't think, like I already sold stuff on Etsy, but I didn't consider myself as an artist.
Okay.
Like, okay, I have Etsy shops,
Okay.
you know, but I was still like in my mind, I was afraid to let go of their engineering part because like this is the thing that brings me money,
Yeah.
and I should focus on this. And it was like constant war in my head,
Yeah.
like if to let go. Like another year passed, you know, and
Yeah.
like 3 years into it, like, okay, I need to focus and to decide this is what I want to do. There's no going back. Like
Yeah.
this is what I love to do. This is like my soul is whole now.
I think there's like a moment with every artist where they need to figure out like, okay, what do I want to do? Like, what's my style? Like, what do I want to create? Like, what did that process look like for you internally when you were creating these pieces? And was there anything in particular that helped inspire you to like create?
I decided to combine an elephant with a portrait, and I asked a friend of mine what she thinks about it, and she was amazed. And she talked about like the combination of both of them, like how much interest it evokes,
Yeah.
you know, and how I combine them very well, the composition and everything, although it's only one color, you know. And then it kind of clicked in my head that this is much more interesting than everything I did by now, you know, just the animal, just the portrait, you know, or like to create a story inside the painting.
As an independent artist, because like you're creating so much, there's that space that you have where you create your artwork, and then there's that space where you need to be able to sell your artwork. And I know you've experimented with a lot of different routes, like you said. So if someone is starting out and they have, let's say, completed pieces of work ready to go, so they have one part already done, which is creating the artwork. Now the next part is, okay, how do I market it? How do I sell it? What would be your advice on where they should start?
What I found that if you create like a community of people that like art, artists or art collectors, and you have like an email list,
Okay.
it's easier to share your art and your tips and everything you're going through in your journey to your community. So my number one preference, and I see it's also working, is email list.
Okay.
This is number one.
Yeah.
Social media is nice, but you know, it's like the algorithm and everything, and it says like, you didn't post this week.
Yeah.
Everything went down 50% of the exposure or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and at first I was really like, I have to post every 2-3 days, you know, and the same hour when all my followers are seeing the art. And it's kind of like going around your tail. And if I look at it like from the macro, how many people from Instagram or Facebook actually purchase art?
Right.
So it's nice to have likes, but it's not sales. The second place, like after email list, if you're an introvert, I am an introvert, although I don't know if people think of me as such and in-person events, but I'm really shy, and English is my second language, as you can hear.
Well, you sound great. But
Thank you. And it was really hard for me like to go out there and to start doing shows in person. I started with farmers markets and like really small events in my town in Temecula, just to get the confidence to talk to other people.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I would advise even introverts to start showing in-person events.
Yeah.
If it's a small gallery show, if it's really community events, just to get the confidence.
Yeah.
You know.
I just want to understand like your thought process in like why you chose different avenues.
Okay.
And what that did for you and for your business.
Okay. There are many advantages of selling prints. Since you see like what people are more attracted to, you can start doing statistics. You know, see, okay, this print is selling good, better than this one. Maybe I should make more of this style. You know, and in the past 2 years, I think it's kind of flipped. So my 70% revenue now is the commissions. More people are ordering like their specific portraits or pet portraits, you know, and the rest is prints. I stopped selling low value like products.
Okay.
This whole process, you know, from the beginning until everything is automated is like in my course. And I think it's so valuable because I wish I had this, you know.
I think a lot of artists do want to do prints. Is there like a specific company that you like to use?
Yeah, so I use Gelato.
Gelato, okay.
Yeah, and I connected my website and my Etsy shop to this company. It's a print on demand. So every time you have a sale, it automatically sends the order to print it to the nearest place, print shop that closest to the customer.
Okay.
So it's all over the world.
That's
and
amazing.
It makes your art, you know, easy to purchase, and
Yeah.
it's also cheaper for the customer because it doesn't need to pay shipping from the US to Europe or any place in the world.
What about getting photos and stuff like that, like for prints? Like, how does that work? Do you have to take it to, like, do you take your original artwork to someone that
I do
that
everything.
photos?
This
So
is
you
what I
take-
teach. Yeah,
Oh.
exactly. This is what I teach in the course.
In the courses.
How to take good photos, how to edit them in your computer and create high quality prints, and then I, you know, insert it to my website and my Etsy, and
Okay. Cool.
yeah. So every step of the way, I needed to to find out how you do it.
Yeah.
Everything is in the course.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So definitely make sure you guys check out her course for
It's called Art to Print.
art to print. That's, I think, key, maybe one of the main things, because you do want, and then also doing the print on demand route is really, really a great way to go about it if you want to expand outside of just like where you are locally. Okay. If you want to do something in person, whether it be a farmer's market, an art event, whatever the case may be, and you want to have a booth, like, is it competitive in getting a spot?
So it depends.
Okay.
If you start small, usually there is no competition. They just want to fill in the blanks, you know, the spaces, and usually also the booth fee is very, very low.
Okay.
But as you grow, and I do, even though I know I would, now I won't go back to farmers market, I think it was necessary for me to grow.
Okay.
So to get like the hang of it, to know all the details. And now, like for the fine art shows,
Okay.
yes, you need to be good. You need to better your technique and be a professional in your niche. But you also need to see if you can create a different style of art that is not so common. You have a better chance to get in.
Okay. And what is the application? You don't have to pay to apply or anything, or do you?
Yeah, but it's small amount. Like only for the application.
Yeah.
It's like between like $30 and $50 just to apply.
Okay.
And then like if you get in, you need to pay the booth fee, which
Okay.
is also between like 500 to several thousands, depends on the show.
That is crazy. That thing never, like, I never get the application fees. Like, to me,
Yeah.
I feel like it's so silly.
When you get in, like the ideal thought is that you will pay back your booth and your hotel if you're taking in a hotel.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you need to sell around $1,000 in sales in the show in order to pay back, you know,
Right.
just what you invested.
Yeah.
But I don't look at it as is, like this is the, you know, the amount of money you need to sell, because even in a bad show that you didn't sell anything, you met people, you met new people, new crowd, new emails, and you might have a sale afterwards. So
Right,
I
they're all
had like a year
potentials.
after
Yeah.
someone asked me a commission, like 2 days after someone asked me for,
Yeah.
for a sale, and you can never know.
Yeah.
You can never know how it goes. So don't give up after one time in the same show. Try it twice, unless it was horrible, of course, and then decide if you want to go to this show next year or not.
Okay. 10 mistakes that artists make. Can you share like maybe the top 3?
I think the first mistake is selling low value products.
Okay.
So as I started to do the prints, like it's the shiny objects syndrome. Oh, I can sell mugs, and I can sell stickers, and I can sell t-shirts, and I can sell, all kinds of like low value stuff. So people love them. It creates emotion that's like people see, wow, how many people in their booth? Let's see what's going on there, So this was the positive thing.
Okay.
The less, let's say, positive was that it didn't get me much money. Like heavy art collectors that want to buy original art, if they see your booth filled with all kinds of small stuff, like a farmer's market, they're going to skip your booth. Even though you have originals,
Yeah.
they won't even get in. So,
Interesting.
yeah, and this is something that I noticed, in time.
Yeah. Let's say someone right now is creating art and they are more in like the hobby phase, but they do want to take it more seriously and they want to pursue it as a career. What would be your advice to them? Where can they start?
Experience with, ceramics and paintings and embroidery and everything you like. And then when you picked your niche and you like to do more stuff, or people give you compliments about a specific niche, try to better your technique in this niche. This is the first step.
Yeah.
Then learn how to market your art and build a website. You need like a core. You need a website to sell your art from.
Yeah.
And the last thing is, I think, show yourself. Even if you're an introvert, if you don't like it, even if it scares you,
Yeah.
you need to talk to people. You need to show yourself, mainly in person, I think. It's a big advantage to better your conversation about your art, because you're talking to so many people, and talking about your art is your marketing.
Yeah. So another thing, and this kind of comes back to like being like showing yourself, is that when you take these courses and you invest and you learn, you'll be more confident so that you can show yourself more.
Exactly.
And that's, like you said, like that's one of the biggest things about selling your artwork, is to be able to talk about your artwork and also about yourself.
Yeah.
And you got to put yourself out there if you, want to make this serious.
Keep showing up. Yeah. Even though sometimes it takes like months and years until someone notice, you need to keep showing yourself and talking about your art everywhere. Like if it's a like neighborhood party, talk about your art, talk about the thing that you're an artist. Even if you're like meeting someone new, constantly talk about your art, because you can never know where the next sale is coming from.
Yeah.
So,
was there a moment where you were like, oh my God, like, I don't know if I can do this? And like,
a lot of them,
How did you like
so
continue?
I think I pivot lots
Yeah.
of times when I just started, especially, until I find my thing. You know, I had so many like disappointments, and maybe I should go back to engineering, and it doesn't work as I like. I can make a living out of it. You know, it's not as I expected.
Yeah.
But then you get a sale and you're happy, you know, and it's kind of like staying there, you know. And sometimes I listen to podcasts that said like, you need to hang in there. You need to keep showing up, even though it's frustrating and it's like you don't get much sales, you know. It takes, I think every creative people, since if they started when they were young, especially, they want to try everything.
Yeah.
And they want to sell everything. But it's hard when you sell everything to everyone and everywhere.
Yeah.
So if you have to do like social media, keep one or two, you know, branches of marketing there. If you're very talented in all kinds of stuff, pick maybe two and then niche to just one.
Yeah.
You know, and then you will find. And many people ask me like, how do you find your art style, like specific art style, you know? And if you do painting, for example, take all of your paintings, put them on the floor, one by one, you know, side by side, and see if you can see something that is common to all of them, or most of them.
Yeah.
See if you have like the same colors, or the same style in some of them.
Shapes.
Yeah, or same shapes. And you can see that you already have a style. If you don't have many paintings, maybe you should practice more and create more paintings, and then you'll decide. But I have a freebie on my website also, how to find your art style. And it's like there's a workbook you can do, and you can see like how to pick your own niche. So you will be you know, and you'll find like something that no one else is doing because there is only one you.
Yeah.
You know. And then when you focus and you find your place and you find your niche or your style, you will see that people will react more, and you will be happy to talk about your journey and your specific niche.
Yeah. I love that. I haven't thought about, I loved the put it all together and you will see something in common. Because I've recently been starting to think about like my art style and like what that means to me, and like it's there. Like we might not even know that it's there, but it's there.
And if you don't see it, ask someone else to tell you. Like bring over friends. Tell like, what do you see in common in this?
Yeah.
Like what do you like best in this? You know, and yeah.
That's really good advice. Okay, and then lastly, I do want to ask you, when did you realize that art was more than a hobby to you?
I think at that point, when in the beginning, when I told this gas company guy, yes, I'm an artist. I think this was like the biggest thing that like changed the way I was thinking about myself.
Yeah.
And also when you start again showing in person, and people are complimenting your art. So it's always nice to see like people like, this is beautiful, this is beautiful. But when people like experience something with your art and tell you a story, someone asked me if I have a hummingbird painting, and I said no, because I didn't have back then. And she started to look over all my prints, and she found this was, I think, the second coffee painting ever. I did in that course, in the online course, we did 2 paintings. This was the second one. And there's a portrait of a girl, and she's crying, and the coffee just spilled like at the bottom of her face. And she's like, this is a hummingbird. And like, okay, I didn't see it till now.
Yeah.
And she started crying. And I was like, are you okay? What's happening?
Yeah.
Can I get you something? And she's like, yo, you don't understand. Hummingbirds are, they're like a connection with the past world. And my husband passed away. And I see the hummingbird and I see him. And he's like, the girl is crying and this is me. And she was like all over a story, you know, from a painting that I didn't mean to create all this thing, you know, in this painting, but she saw it. Yeah. So when people are like experiencing something in my, like watching my art and experience something of theirs, and they tell me this is like like maybe I should do this, you know, and I should create my art so other people will have something, in their home that is meaningful to them. So I have so many, stories like this that people are connecting with my art in ways that I never saw before. So I think this is like, it's signaling you that you're doing the right thing, and that you should go and keep doing it, know.
For sure.
Okay.
No worries.
He won't stop, sorry.
No, it's okay.
I forgot he's up.
We have a little guest.
Yeah, I know. No running and jumping.
Hi.
Okay. Sorry.